For more of the developing controversy, we're now joined by radio talk show host Mark Williams and civil rights attorney Michael Gross. Mark, I talked to one of the imams both on my radio show and again today, and much of what has been reported, Mark, is not true. They paid with credit cards. They all had round-trip tickets. Only 2 asked for seat extenders. They used them. They all took computer-assigned seats except for one imam who had a seeing problem, and for that reason, he had to switch seats. Much about what has been reported is just not true here, and they did talk about being let out in handcuffs at one point and having a police dog at one point as well. So we're playing a game of he said, they said, aren't we?
It's a vast xenophobic conspiracy against these 6 guys, Alan. I mean, what more do you need? You're getting into an aluminum tube to be at 35,000 feet at 500 miles an hour. You've got 6 guys praying to Allah, condemning the United States, invoking the name of bin Laden, strategically placing themselves around the airplane, just identically to the 9/11 hijackers, and somebody drops a dime and everybody around them is lying. See, here's what's happened. These guys are one of 2 things. They are, in my mind, they're either terrorists or they're trying to cash in on the politically correct lottery, get themselves thrown off the plane and sue. I don't see a third option here.
Get yourself thrown up? Michael Gross, look, a lot of misinformation has gone out here. These are computer-assigned seats, except for the guy who was blind. They paid with credit cards on round trip.
We all are lying because we're all suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
Right.
Since 9/11, this country is paranoid, and we're going nuts, and we're killing people because of it. We're frightened of everybody. We don't live a quality of life we had before. We're turning us into Baghdad and Beirut and Tel Aviv here. It is wrong, and we ought to get a little braver, turn off the nightlight, stop being wimps, and live a full life.
You know, Mark, I keep hearing that we're fighting these wars
and
overseas
to
protect our religious freedoms, and yet when we have people expressing religious freedom, praying not on the plane but on the run outside the plane, people go crazy because they're
Arabs, because they're Muslims. That's the only reason. They're different. That's all.
With all due deference to the lawyer who wants me to butch up, I'm sorry, but these people want us dead, and they're telling us. I mean, I'm glad this guy isn't a neighbor. If somebody's walking through the window of my home, at what point do I call the police? At what point during the witnessing of a possible crime do you call the cops?
There is no crime going on. There is praying going on.
Well, you don't know that until you call a cop and sort it out,
Alan spoke to one imam. He's free to believe them. I also spoke to a passenger that was on the plane, and I interviewed her extensively. When these guys were taken off the plane, the entire plane exploded in applause because they were happy they left.
Yeah, we're all nuts.
Here's where everybody's nuts.
Yes, we
Everybody's
are.
nuts.
The country has been frightened into thinking that people who are praying are acting suspiciously.
What about the other Muslims who were on the plane? What about the Arabic
If you actually read the report...
Arabic, they were speaking in Arabic.
Michael,
my God, why not throw them off the plane while it's in the air? Isn't that sufficient cause?
What the report said was there was heated, repeated... angry exchanges.
You know what he just said? Not a bad idea.
Can I finish? Heated, angry exchanges, mentioning the U.S., mentioning Saddam, praying to Allah, asking for seat extensions they don't need, and changing their seats. That's suspicious behavior, Michael.
That applies to you and I tonight.
Listen, I buy one-way tickets all the time. I get wanded more than anybody in America, right here, because I usually buy a one-way ticket at the last minute.
And thank goodness you don't. You only.
You feel safer, don't you?
You only agree with the administration position.
It has nothing to do with it.
You know, Sean, last time I got pulled off an airplane was at Dulles International Airport, and I thanked the guy the last time I got pulled out of line to be double searched.
Don't thank him.
And as far as believing the imam over everybody else in the picture, remember Muhammad tells Muslims to lie when they are in defense of the faith.
That's great. Sounds like the Pope.
If these guys are terrorists,
this is a battle for hearts and minds, and we are losing it because you are making us paranoid.
All right, thank you.
Here's some polonium.
Michael, thank you. Mark, you got to run. We thank you.